Good Erev Shabbos. I hope you and your family are well. Inward and outward focus. So this week's sedra of VAYEISHEV, we begin the story of Joseph and his brothers. And when we look at Joseph's life, it is a real roller coaster. And the pattern we pick up is when he is focusing in on himself, then often there is a downward trajectory, is going downwards. But when he is focusing outside himself to the people around him, then he found salvation and an upward spiral. So when at the beginning of this week's sedra, there is a focus on himself. He's having dreams about people bowing down to him. He's got this special coat, and this evokes jealousy. And because of that, he goes down into the pit and he gets sold down into Egypt. When he's there in Egypt as a slave, all of a sudden he starts helping out his master, and he talks about God, and even his master Potiphar starts thinking about God, and Joseph and the household becomes very, very successful. So he's on the way up. However, the verse says that he starts thinking about himself, that and his beauty, and he attracts the attention of the mistress, Mrs. Potiphar, and then it's a downward spiral. She makes an accusation against him, and Joseph ends up in prison. When he's there down in prison, he's there for a while, and then all of a sudden he looks out of himself and he sees two fellow prisoners looking dejected, and he asks them, "Why are you looking so sad today?" And then all of a sudden they start opening up, they tell about the dreams, and this is his ticket, coming not only just out of prison, but becoming the prime minister, the viceroy, or the whole of Egypt. So this teaches a very powerful pattern. Although there needs to be a balance, we need to have sometimes when we're looking towards ourselves. If we're doing that too much, then it'll be a downward spiral. When do we see salvation? When we look out of ourselves, focusing on and seeing what needs to be done around us, helping other people, making a difference to the world that we live in. When we do that, we found salvation for ourselves and the world around us. So as we go into Shabbos, let's think of how we can put our focus on the outside to see what needs to be done around us, whether it's getting ready for Shabbos, helping other people, giving a person we know could appreciate a phone call to wish them good Shabbos. May each one of us find our own personal salvation, and may that bring tremendous blessing to ourselves, to our family, and to the whole world. Wishing you and your family a good Shabbos.